Politics.
Politics, love them. Not really.
Suck right now. But I am registered to vote, so I plan on voting.
Politics are kind of crazy.
I don't really watch politics. I just know about it because my friends talk about it.
I think it has a specific role in our world, but I think recently everything has a political background, and I think that can really be harmful.
I think they can be good, but so many times it gets wrapped into every single topic.
Everybody should be really involved, like in politics. It's important because it fuels what's going on in the country.
What do you think of politics?
Love them.
That's such a loaded question. It's like
It's so vague.
I don't really know. I'm not able
But
to
rightly
vote.
so, because it's tied into like every single thing in this world, which I disagree with. But it's like everything you say, every opinion you have has to be tied to a political view.
Exactly.
And which I don't really understand why.
even if you don't tie it to that, someone
else
Somebody
will.
will.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't try to talk about politics at all, but everyone just brings it up randomly, and I'm like, all right, so I ain't really too strong about that, but can we like move the topic?
Yeah.
I only know people's names because like either my friends from school or my teachers were like, they'll tell me about politics, and I'm like, I don't really want to know about this.
And it seems like everyone wants to tie a thought with an agenda. So, like, you could be just saying something, but it comes back with the accusation of, oh, so you're for one side or the other.
Yeah, you'll see so much stuff of it about like on social media. Like, if you just like scrolling through TikTok, you'll see so much different people's different opinions about it.
You can't escape it at all.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
As much as I don't exactly like politics, and then like how, like you said, everything is based on politics. I think it's important that we need to know, like we need to be informed about it, because a lot of people aren't informed about it. So
How likely is a kid to have different political views than their parents?
No, it's actually not as likely as you think.
I know. I was like very unlikely because you grow up around it, random people.
It's easiest in our generation, I think, to have different beliefs than your parents because of social media and because everyone puts their opinions on there.
I guess when you grow up in certain areas, like if your town is a lot smaller, you're more likely to be like the rest of rest of your town or the rest of your household.
I'm from a very small town in Wyoming, and before moving here, I only knew like one belief. But after I moved here, I was exposed to more people and their beliefs. And I think it's a lot better for people to understand other people's beliefs. I feel like you need to know all sides of the story or all sides of things before you can choose yeah, exactly.
How do you form your own opinions when you grow up hearing the people you love and respect think a certain way? Like, how do you make sure you're forming your own opinions?
My friends. I didn't have a very strong relationship with my parents, but I did have a very strong relationship with my friends and people outside that I meet.
Yeah, I think you have to want to have your own opinion. If you don't really care, then it's just like whatever your parents do or whatever your friends do. But if you're passionate about having your own voice, your own opinion, then you have to do your own research and get that information yourself.
Yeah, definitely. You have to do your own research and stay educated. Also, I think a lot of kids our age are too shy to ask questions, but I think that they need to realize that asking questions is okay, and it's also a really good way to learn and grow in different things, especially politics.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have, strict parents, or they're a little sheltered. So like everything that their parent says is what their parent says. And I grew up that way. My mom was super strict. So what my mom said, it was what we were doing. But now, we disagree about a lot of things.
Do the president's decisions affect your everyday life?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, because there's just a lot of things they be doing that just have an effect on everyone, and not like just a certain group. They may think they're affecting just a certain group, but they're really affecting everyone.
I think the older you get, the more you realize it affects you. Because even now, I don't feel like it affects my everyday life, but the more I get older, the more I realize it does.
Yeah.
And even if you don't feel like it's directly affecting you, maybe what they're doing is affecting others around you, their attitudes, which is affecting you. So whether that's them disagreeing or agreeing with whatever the president does, it has some sort of effect.
Yeah.
If you could change anything about American government or politics, what would be something you'd change?
Money. Everything's about money.
Yes.
Literally, like, everything is based on money. All the decisions that are made are based on money. A lot of it, they don't base it on the needs of Americans. They base it off of what's going to bring in profit.
I think we just need more understanding in general.
Yeah.
From whatever you believe politically, trying to understand the other person's belief also, I think could make a world of difference.
And I think less division. I love a variety of different perspectives and different opinions. But when you start getting into, well, one group or one side is superior to another, that division leads to more negative things.
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't all tied together. Like, just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I'm on one side. Just because I live in Oklahoma doesn't mean I'm on a certain side. I just wish it was politics was separate than everything else in my life.
Right.
Yeah.
And I hate how you have to be on one side. You
Yeah.
don't have to be on one side. People can be in the middle. You don't have to choose one side.
That's not normalized.
No,
Saying,
exactly.
I don't have enough education about this, I don't want to pick a side, that's not normalized.
And even if you do have enough education, you can still be in the
In the
middle.
middle.
I feel like that's a reason why a lot of people don't vote, because they don't want to just choose one side. I feel like if it was more just about who you think's like standards or like things they're doing are good, you choose them. Whoever you think is not so good, don't choose them.
Exactly.
Because there's like a big problem with people not voting, and
People always think their voice doesn't matter.
yeah, but it
Which
does.
it
It
does.
does. That one tiny little bit.
Can your generation have a significant impact on the outcome of political decisions?
Yes.
Yes.
We are very strong-willed. Our generation is one of the most strong-willed people
And
I've ever met.
passionate.
Yeah.
Yes.
If we want to get something done, we gonna get it done. If we think this is right, this is right.
Yeah.
Would you ever run for president?
Oh no.
No.
Yes.
Never.
Daniel for president.
I feel like that would bring so much hate that I just couldn't handle.
Yeah, me too. I'm so much of a people pleaser, and being president or any type of authority, even just a teacher, you can't please everyone. There's always going to be someone who doesn't like your decisions.
And I'm super indecisive.
Yeah, I
And
don't
so
know.
I would
Yeah,
be like,
same.
do I listen to the people around me, like what they're saying? I don't know. Yeah, no, not for me.
Yeah, I'm either super indecisive or I just give up altogether. I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. You know what?
Yeah. And
Nothing
then I'll
will
put
get
it
done
off.
if I'm president.
I think that question lets us kind of see, though, the people of authority, that's a lot of pressure.
pressure,
And
yeah.
whether we agree with their decisions or not, they're going to make mistakes. They're going to be in the wrong sometimes because that's so much authority to have.
And they're human too.
Yeah.
If you were running for president, what's the biggest thing society would try to hold against you? What would be your biggest obstacle?
I think my values and beliefs, just because, not necessarily mine in particular, but there will probably be a lot of other people who have a lot of different beliefs. And some of those people might not agree that just because I have different beliefs that I should be in authority as president.
Yeah.
I feel like mine would be like me, like my past where I grew up, like the different like situations I was in or the different people I know, or the fact that I don't know if you could tell, but I'm black, or like just being Christian. Also, like it brings religion into it, so all the like different religions, they're like,
Yeah.
Let's get a different one.
yeah, it's gonna be.
I feel like being a Christian woman is really hard. It's
Definitely.
like, that's not a role for you. Like, you shouldn't be in that position because you're a Christian woman.
And just a woman in general, or
Yeah.
even just a Christian in general, one of the two. Like them, because a lot of people don't think like girls can do what guys can do, or even vice versa sometimes. Like, but same with Christians. Like you said, it brings religion into it, and they're going to be going probably based off of what your like religion is.
Yeah, and that would be hard as a president to be Christian and to know the balance between staying true to your beliefs and then not pushing it on other people.
Do you think your generation thinks politics, elections, voting, all of that is important?
Yes and no.
No.
I think they're so thrown in our face right now. A lot of the people are to the point where like,
They're
that's
just like done
stupid,
with it.
I don't care.
Or you might not know which route to take, so it's just like, well, I'm just gonna stay out of it. I think that's how a big focus in our generation is, because so many of us want to have a voice, but then get trashed for what we're saying with our voice. And so in that, it's just like, well, yes, we are young, but if you guys act like our opinions don't matter, then why should we input?
If you haven't done one in a second, take one. There's 3 of them.
What is one thing you hope the people watching this video take away from this conversation?
To not mix. You go first. To not mix politics and religion and like the beliefs, and it's okay to be in the middle.
I think not knowing is an answer too.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't try to like force your like political opinions on people. They probably don't want to know.
All right, next question card.
Has this conversation changed the way you view the subject?
I think so. I think I've realized that maybe I shouldn't judge people of authority when I don't understand what their circumstances are.
The stress that they have to go through to like try and please everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Whose perspective was missing from this conversation?
Authority.
The old people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah. People that aren't of our generation.
The higher levels.
Yeah.
By
I said
higher
the old
levels,
people.
I mean, like,
I feel like, yeah, probably the older generation, just because the way they grew up is so like single-minded, if that makes sense. And so they don't really even know how to begin to think of other options or other political beliefs or anything, because that's not how they were brought up.